Well, 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 welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you've found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait, there is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Hello, all you architects of fate. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. We are glad to have you. Love it. Tonight we are running Conan, Adventures in an Age Undreamed of by Modifius Entertainment. We've got a fantastic cast here with us tonight. We are on Season 3, Episode 12, The Forks and Prongs of Fate. The cast we have with us tonight is the man behind the scenes and the genius keeping it all running, Nat. After that, we have Xenia, the mercenary queen. Thornitius, the Bostonian archer. Verai, the sneaky, assassiny, stabby one of doom. Aberta, the zealous witch hunter. And last but not least, we have Zhang, the emissary from far off Kitai. The party finds themselves at episode 13 of my plans, obviously, because things always go according to plans in a tabletop RPG. Always. Mm-hmm. The party is in Ophir, searching for the Bergeons. They found the Bergeon family, having some fun. They had a few laughs, they had a few drinks, they went to a party. And then giant tentacle squid monsters came and attacked them from the sky and from the dead bodies, and mercenaries with wolf masks and dead skulls all over them, and yeah, things just went south very quick, fast, and in a hurry. Afterwards, the party took refuge in the Bergeon's estate. Had a couple of questions answered, got a little bit centered, took a shower, washed off all of the calamari goop, and here we find ourselves bright and early in the morning. Conan comes into the guest quarters where you guys are and wakes everybody up. Morning, everybody. It's time to got breakfast up in the dining hall if y'all are hungry.
Sure. I'm always hungry.
Five more minutes. 5 more minutes.
All right, but
We
just
need our
no
beauty
people.
sleep.
Corin takes everybody to the dining hall. The staff has set out a nice little breakfast. There's bacon and eggs and all the goodness that you can have at a good breakfast. There's some bread and some cheese and some eggs and some bacon and everybody sits down. Grandpa Laris is there. Grandpa Laris is there eating. However, Corin's dad, named something, Corin's dad, named Win, is not. But Grandpa Laris is there, who, as you might remember, was the brother of Edgar's grandpa, who founded the kingdom and then was murdered, along with all of Edgar's family.
They probably deserved it.
Yeah, totes. So here is an opportunity. They make small chat. Morning, sleep well. All right. How's the eggs this morning? Okay. But now is an opportunity before we get moving for you guys to get any last-minute questions and answers if you have any.
I have one that's been bothering me.
Just one.
Well, you know.
There's still one thing I don't understand.
One thing.
Who exactly overthrew Edgar's family?
The big bad evil guy, Tal Vathash, the necromancer.
We know that for sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Tal Vathash, the necromancer, took over, murdered everybody. Edgar escaped. Well, he was smuggled out. He was a baby.
Okay. And then, yeah, that's pretty much all I had. I didn't have any more questions. Oh, any more clues as to who this elderly person was that we were supposed to be finding here?
The Keeper of Souls.
Yes. That's the Keeper of Souls?
Yeah, well, the Keeper of Souls was the one that the mercenary said was going to be interested, or was interested in you guys and wanted to get you taken out and was surprised that the Bergeons were helping you.
Okay. All right. I'm good.
And then Corin's dad, Win, as you guys were talking about this, basically just said, can I count on you guys to run that down?
We're going to do our best. Do you have maybe a lead or a direction that you could point us in?
When you were talking to him, he had never heard of this Keeper of Souls before. Nobody here has heard of the Keeper of Souls before.
Okay. Sounds like we need to find some of these henchmen that ran away, and we got to leave at least one alive so we can question him.
So, I remember when we were hanging out with what's his lost little puppies, Tiber's father. His father seemed to be the type that had his hands in underground and kind of spy-ish type circles. Maybe we should go pay him a visit and thank him for his hospitality and hosting us and see if he had any odds and ends for us, and maybe make a quick buck on our way to finding out information.
Sounds good to me.
Well, Tiber was going to try to get back to the poor side this morning to bring some funds to help rebuild the damage. So you know where he's going to be.
True, and we can see if they need a hand, just to appear helpful before we slaughter people in this town.
Yeah.
We're going to scope out all the taverns, make sure we get every one of them.
Mostly people that deserve it.
Except for random old dudes and their daughters at watering holes because they look shady. Other than that, sure.
The thought only crossed my mind.
And your bow.
Okay, so are we all going down to talk to Tiber, or are we splitting up?
Do you want to split the party?
No, I'm fine.
Abertak will actually wait for them here. He's had quite enough of Tiber. Not Tiber, what's his name? The guy who risked all of our lives for a donut shop, Abertak.
Corin, who's here? Oh, wait, no, he's down there, isn't he?
No, Corin right now is at breakfast with you at the table.
Oh, in that case, I will go with them. Because I have had quite enough of him.
Of his antics.
He was quite displeased.
Corin's going too?
In that case, I'll wait here. Because I have had quite enough of him.
No, wait, he
Well,
changed
then,
his mind.
Abertac, did you have anything that you wanted to accomplish?
I'll probably go do some shopping.
All right.
You know, some Warhammer polish. All that, good stuff.
Some elbow grease and some Warhammer polish.
Yeah, no, some Warhammer grease and some elbow. Oh, wait.
And some horse wiper fluid.
Yes.
Our esteemed dignitary, Zhang, are you going with us or him?
You can buy herbs with me.
You want me to go to the sewers?
No, to Poorside.
To the
So,
donut
yes.
shop that was nearly destroyed.
Right. I think I can help you get a few discounts on that elbow polish. Yeah.
But do let us know if you want to risk life and limb with multiple people for a donut shop again.
Why don't you go with him and buy some more alchemical stuff so we can have more boom booms and flashes bangs and some poisons, because I love poisons on my arrows.
We can hire somebody to burn down that.
Do you have some gold to donate to that cause?
I do.
I would appreciate that. If you want some poisoned arrows for your inventory.
Let's see here. I
Your
have.
arsenal.
Is it this number or that number?
Depends on how many limbs you want to cut off.
I'll give you what's say 5 gold?
Sounds good.
That should buy you quite a bit.
That should buy me
5
2.5.
goats.
Care to make that 6 so that I can get you 3?
Okay, 6 is fine.
Thank you.
So that goes down to.
Yeah, I don't know why you have 2 marks there.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I'm going to go with the bottom one being the total. This is
The
probably spent somewhere along the lines.
2 marks.
I'm gonna go with the one by the gold marker is how much gold that you have.
Oh, okay. If that's what you're going to do.
The one underneath that doesn't seem like the box labeled gold is probably the one that says how much gold you have.
Okay.
This doesn't
We'll go
seem
with that then.
physically possible. This
Minus
doesn't
nothing.
seem physically possible.
Beat him with his own spine. Okay, so those 2 are going off to go shop. The 3 of you,
Great tentacles. I mean, day.
I guess, are heading out to Poorside with Corin.
Have fun storming the donut shop.
Mm-hmm.
Corin and Tapina and a couple of the household staff go. So there's 4 or 5 of the Bergeons that will go. Tupin being his valet. And as you guys head out to Poorside, it's no longer raining, thankfully, because it was raining so bad yesterday. However, it is humid and muddy and still a little bit smelly from the rain bringing everything up.
Ew, yummy.
It is humid and muddy and a touch smelly, especially once you get to Poorside outside the city walls. You go through the noble gates, you go through regular city, you go through the outer gates, you go to Poorside when it's basically just hay and rocks and mud for streets
And horse crap.
and horse crap. Lots of horse crap. And you hope it's just horses crap.
Yeah.
There's probably some pigs crap and some sheep's crap and some goats crap.
Not horse
Wear
crap.
my heels here.
And as you get there almost at the exact same, within a couple of minutes of getting there, Tiber also arrives. He comes trotting up by himself. And he's like, "Oh, good, I made it. You guys are still here. Okay, I had to. I told my dad that I was investing in some art, and I had to sneak out. This is as much as I could sneak out. I hope it's it's enough. And Corin says to his valet Tupin, he says, "Hey Tupin, can you take that funds and see to it that it gets used to rebuild all this stuff? I'm sure we can find some laborers around here." Tupin's like, yeah, that's fine. Let me see how much that we got. And Tiber hands him the pouch of coins, and Tupin looks in here and goes, "Yeah, I think we have enough. They're gonna get rebuilt real nice like."
It'll cost exactly that much.
Plus taxes.
And Corin looks over at Tiber and says, "Well, Tiber, for a Darren, you're all right. I didn't know if you was actually going to be coming back here with that funds or not. I'm glad you did." And at this point, the family in the donut shop sees you guys kind of out front. She's like, "Oh my gosh, it's you guys. Come in. I just put on a fresh pot of coffee. Would you guys like some? I'm trying out these new things. They're called eclairs."
What a weird name for a pastry.
I don't know. Some traveler told me about them a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to try them. And now that you guys are here, you can get to try them first. They kind of sound delicious. Some eclairs and some bennies. Bennies?
Sign us up. We will
Benny
definitely
yards?
test.
What did she call those? Bennyars. Benninets. Binets.
Vignettes.
Cinnabons?
Bennett's. That was it. I think it was Bennett's. Bennett's and eclairs. These little powdered donuts. You put a bunch of powdered sugar on them. Put them in a little like paper cup thing. Oh, they're so tasty, yo. Fry them up hot.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And she calls all of you guys in and just lays down a table full of confectionery goodies. You've already just eaten full breakfast as well, and she comes out. She's got a whole table full of more confectionery goodies of donuts and beignets and bear claws and eclairs and coffee. So much coffee.
How about we donate this to the workers when they show up? I know we can't all eat all this, but I'm gonna there.
I'm trying to make sure my Doomslayer armor fits by the end of the day. So I think that's absolutely a valid point that the people doing the hard work to rebuild this area, they deserve a little treat.
Yeah. Eat your share, sweeties. Eat your shares. You need your strength for saving. Eat your share, sweeties.
I'll take like the smallest like Bennett thingy out and just start nibbling. It's delicious, but I really do want to moderate.
So, Corin. All right, so we need to track down this Keeper Souls. I think that's what we need to get done sooner rather than later. I've been thinking about it, and I got no idea who the Keeper Souls is.
Yeah.
But I bet we could find out who those mercenaries were.
How'd you make her donuts with her donut shop being damaged?
It was like the front window of the donut shop is damaged, and it is still damaged. There's just she's got some like straw over the holes in the roof and the window.
Eat around the broken glass and manure.
All right. So he's got an idea about where to start looking.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna look for mercenaries, go to the mercenary camps.
True that.
But that doesn't really find you the keeper, though, does it? It just finds you the mercenaries? I think if you're going after somebody that deals with the dead, you ask the people that deal with the dead.
Unless it's a front, but we can try that too.
We also don't have our witch hunter.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, where is he?
at dealing with the dead.
Shopping. New girl.
I'm having a T-shirt made that says "I've had quite enough of Corinth."
I'm with stupid Corin arrow.
Right. I break for donut shops.
Correction, my Warhammer breaks for donut shops.
Right.
Oh.
Or Warhammer breaks faces for donut shops.
So
Tiber.
Tiber, tell us more about this idea you've got about dealing with those that deal with
The dead.
dead.
I mean, it just, and this may be a crazy idea, but if you're going to be the keeper of the souls, you kind of have to deal with the queen of the dead.
Do you know where that is?
The three of you, one of you guys can make an occult check. It's too bad Thornicius isn't here to help out, considering it was pointed directly at him. Or not Thornicius, that Abertac isn't here to help out.
I was about to say,
Cult check?
Yeah, or sorcery, sorry. So let's see. Bill has a 7.
I've got a 7.
He's got a 7.
What did I roll?
Zinnia has a 10.
the Queen of the Dead was just sitting in the back of the donut shop.
Okay, then you go ahead and roll that.
Let me go on a guess and don't touch the keyboard. Let me go out on a limb and say, Xenia, go ahead and roll that.
Roll that beautiful footage.
Roll that beautiful Queen of the Dead footage. So 2 die 20.
2d20.
And then you need a 10 or less. Well, that's one success and one complication, so you succeed.
Can you re-roll any of those?
I don't think she has any sorcery skills that let her re-roll things. So you succeed, but the Queen of the Dead, isn't that what they call the avatar of Darketo? Darketo is the god of basically life and death, of the god of death, also the god of orgies, or goddess of orgies. You met some Darketo cultists actually on the way to Ophir. They were in the street. There was a whole pack of them wearing white and black robes and dancing through the street, surrounding a mourning mother.
Oh, yeah.
And they had skull masks.
And the complication is that they're located at the North Pole.
So, yeah, this isn't the Queen of the Dead. That's what they call the avatar of Darketo.
That's the Queen of the Dead, but what about the Keeper of Souls? Is there anything related to that one?
Tiber's like, I don't know. If I was going to go after somebody that dealt with the dead, I'd probably go talk to the people that deal with the dead.
Look at you knowing stuff. That's great. Let's further split the party.
Yeah, you two go that way, and I'll go this way alone.
To the horrible cult place. That seems like a next week problem. Or at least something I'm not doing alone.
You could find us in the marketplace.
Well, so Corin's the one that had the idea of the mercenaries going to the mercenary camp, right?
Yep.
Corin, where's the mercenary camp?
They've had quite enough of him.
he says, I mean, there's a few camps around, but most of them tend to hang out outside the western gate. There is where the largest bits of those camps are. It's also where the most illicit trade happens, and it's where the slave trade happens. But that's where the money is, and that's where most of the mercs are going to be. They're not always known for their morality.
And Tiber, do you know where there might be a temple of Darketo or a den of Darketo?
He says, I know I've met Darketo followers before.
At your last orgy?
A couple of times. But I don't know where they would gather. I was always just, there was something happening and I got invited. You know,
What was this?
I know they're always like when families lose a child, it's always the Darketo followers that try to step up and help out the family.
Any of these families lost a child during this attack?
Doesn't really help here, I guess, but
Well, it might if there was a family that lost a child in the attack.
I don't know.
Let's ask around. Hey, donut shopkeepers.
Yeah, how do families get in touch with the cult of Darketo if they do lose a loved one?
I don't know.
Sounds like somebody's offering themselves up as sacrifice.
He laughs for a second and is like, huh?
I'll just hold this up just a second too long.
Huh?
Okay, so two viable options. Both have equal chances of going horribly wrong for us if we don't have the rest of our group.
Well, he did say they were in the marketplace. We could go get
Yeah,
them.
we're only buying like a couple of things. It's not like we're, going to Beverly Hills or anything.
Beverly Hills.
But knowing full well that part of the reason that they went to the shop was to get away from our esteemed colleague.
We've had enough.
The very next thing we do is bring him right back to them.
Oh my gosh. Truly the gods hate me.
Corin, question for you.
Yep.
This cult, or sorry, this mercenary camp that you're looking at, is there any town infrastructure nearby that you wish to preserve?
I mean, the city.
But this is at the edge of the city, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure I follow what you're saying here.
If we're going to find the people that tried burning down the town, the building that we were in, or tearing it down, I want to make sure that if we're going to them, there's an increased likelihood of conflict, right? If we're going to them, I want to make sure that we're not going to be forcing ourselves into a situation where we're trying to protect the environment around us more than we're trying to protect each other.
Well, I mean, they're mercenaries. It's a semi-permanent. I mean, good chunks of that are semi-permanent because of the large amount of mercenaries that we have here in Ophir. So there's going to be ranging from buildings and barns and sheds to tents and lean-tos, depending on how much money these different mercenaries have, the different mercenary organizations have.
So entirely expendable. Check.
They do.
Who's dealing with all the money for them? Like, that's a great deal of money for all those mercenary groups. Is there a bank or a banker that would handle all their money?
There's a couple of financial establishments in the city, but most mercenary work is being done directly contracted out to various.
I see. All right.
Various folks, but there definitely is some escrow organizations as well.
Maybe we could cast the net in that direction and follow the money trail.
That could if you know where it's going to go.
Yeah, but if we burn that down, aren't the royals in the city going to be mad at us?
I'm not going to bring it down. We're just going to ask some questions.
Come on, you know us.
I'm
We're
just
gonna burn
asking
it down.
questions.
Teeth might be involved. They might hit the floor, but that's all. That's all.
Foregone conclusion, something's going to be on fire today.
Not until Zhang gets back with my boom boom sticks.
All right, then. If we're expecting to go find these mercenaries, the ones that we're looking for in the first place, we're going to need a full party.
When the hunters become the hunted.
That then see the prey walk right up to them and pick a fight.
Well, I wouldn't do that necessarily. I've got other ideas, but
You're gonna try to seduce them again.
of course.
I'm dead sexy.
Okay, so do we have to go swing by the market? Is it on the way, or do we send somebody?
Not exactly. Market that's kind of near to the Bergeon estate that they would most likely be going to is inside of the Nobles district. It's a little fancier, it's a little nicer, more likely to have more ingredients. Now, if they're looking for things that are more exotic, more dirty, more esoteric, they might come out to one of the poor side shops, but probably they're going to be in the markets as we would just went offline.
Yeah, noticed that.
One moment, please.
Un momento, por favor.
Nat, you there?
Anybody? Somebody? Anybody?
Lost his internet connection.
Come
Oh, yeah. Just keep going. Okay. Well, we will just keep going. It'll be fine on the recap
Nice.
because he's still recording. All right. So yeah, the market that they most likely went to is probably the one in the Nobles district near the Bergeons. It's it's kind of a you are more likely to find a sculpture gallery next to a library, but there's definitely markety things there. It's just fancy people markets. And you know how Zhang is with his fancy people markets.
Oh yeah, he'll give us the history of it. So Tiber, are you doing anything particular right now? Are you just overseeing construction, or are you getting your hands dirty with it? Would you be able to hunt down our friends in the market back towards your home on your way home?
Sure.
Because simply put, if we are to be going and asking questions of some rather unsavory characters, I don't want to put you in a corner again and then have you shout ragamuffin when you feel it's safe again, right? I think it might be best if we think of your safety and just have you deliver a message to our friends of where we'll be. That's very useful. That's very helpful, and also keeps you safe.
Yeah, but I want to help though.
It would be a very big help. I don't want to put you in a situation where you could get hurt.
You've got to keep your lineage in mind.
I'm the third son.
I know this, but you're our friend.
Tiber, how good are you with a sword?
I've carved a fair share of turkeys.
Yeah.
Were they clawing back?
No, the staff had put them on the plates.
How about we practice a little later? I'll come by your house and we'll practice a little hand-to-hand combat and a little bit of sword fighting. But your first experience with that kind of stuff shouldn't be right now against trained mercenaries. Does that make sense? Maybe next time once we get a few practices in.
All right. Where do you want me to tell your friends to go?
The mercenary camp at the edge of town. Corin, do you have a specific location? I don't know my way around this town.
I mean, he's like, if you start heading for the mercenary camps on the west edge of town, you're gonna get the mercenary camp on the west edge of town. I mean, there's other camps around, but that's the camp.
Yeah, you can't really miss that one, I guess.
So we'll meet them at the edge of the mercenary camp. Could you deliver that message?
I can, I guess.
You're the only one that can. I don't know my way there.
We're counting on you, buddy.
Counting on you.
Sorry, give me just 1 second here. Work is messaging me.
Tell them Crom cares not for their worries.
There's no.
Okay. And so the three of you head out then? Grab a beignet for the road and a cup of coffee and head out?
Corin, are you staying here and overseeing construction, or are you on what?
No. Chupin will take care of making certain everything's done for him. I'll come with you.
What's the lay of the land around this camp, first of all, before we leave? Like, is it
It's up on.
at the bottom of a hill? Is it on the top of a hill?
So this area is mostly plains. Particularly the city is. Particularly the city is kind of in a hill-ish. Higher up you go, the more noble it tends to get.
Right.
But none of this is high. None of these are big hills. It's mostly a plains.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. Is okay.
Yeah.
What kind of cover do we have? Trees? Do we have forest, or is it just
Not a lot.
grasslands? Okay.
Yeah,
Are there
it's-
walls or tall buildings at the edge of this camp that provide a vantage point?
the camp itself is outside of the city walls, to the west. And again, kind of like Corin was saying, you're heading that way and trying to get some recon as you're getting there.
Right.
Okay.
Or a place within long range that a Bostonian archer might be able to take a vantage lookout point.
So civilians are allowed up on the walls of the city.
Oh.
Not
And
in the
there's
guard towers, but on the walls. Not in the guard towers. On the walls themselves, you're allowed. And the mercenary camp isn't like directly outside of a gate. Really, directly outside of the gate, the first major thing you run into is the slave market. And then kind of beyond that and north of that is, it's pretty similar to the shanty town of Poorside that you're at, except instead of being poor, it's just temporary. But definitely some of these buildings have definitely been built and like occupied permanently. A lot of these buildings that you can see. Some of these are like built, expensive. There's a lot of buildings. A lot of them look like barracks. A lot of them, just kind of big open buildings. But this mercenary camp, as he describes it, could easily be described as a large town of its own, like a suburb of the city, outside of the city.
Even if it's within, if it's not in range of a bow and arrow, but it's still within visual line sight of the wall.
Yep.
Okay. So let's head to the wall at the edge of town first. Get up on the wall, see if we can get any vantage point. Just take a look, see if we can possibly even see any of the people that might have been there. I mean, we're going to be right next to the slave camp. I mean, for all they know, we might just be checking out, slaves. Like they're not really going to think anything of it. So let's see if we can get any vantage point from the wall to see those people. Does that work?
That works.
Yep. You can definitely get up on the walls and see into the camp.
Anybody got a spyglass around here? That'd be helpful. Corin, would you happen to have a spyglass on you?
I've got
one of those.
Whatever that means.
Could we get one? It would help.
Yeah, sure, at the market.
I mean, we could head back to the market and try to get one there. Probably be able to buy one.
No, that takes too much time. Let's just get up on the wall and see what we see.
We'll put that on the shopping list for later.
Yeah.
So, Fang, Abertac, you decide to head to the market.
Yes.
Yes.
And are you marketing for something?
I plan on getting a few herbs and other necessities for future concoctions.
Roll me an alchemy check. We'll say you're just doing like basic difficulty 1 sort of concoctions. You're not doing anything crazy.
Yeah, no, nothing crazy.
Roll me an alchemy check, DC 1.
Okay, second. No, not that way. I accidentally exited out of Roll20.
Oopsies.
18, 20. 2 successes.
That does look like a couple of successes. Yeah. You're able to get through the market. You find some herbalist, you find an alchemist. You're able to acquire all of the ingredients you need at book price.
Wonderful. I will subtract the gold and give myself a few more things.
Thing.
Stuff.
Hmm.
They're called alchemical herbs and concoctions. Okay, yes. Now let's see.
There it goes.
I wasn't expecting these. I got these for you guys.
Okay. So you're shopping around a good 30 minutes or so, gathering all these ingredients. Is there anything else in particular you're looking for or doing?
Spyglass.
Is there a chance I can use my haggler to drop down the price of what I'm getting?
Haggler.
Yep, it's a persuade ability.
2 momentum to decrease price by 1 on purchased item. Roll simple persuade after a society check.
A little weird. How would you have the momentum to do that if you haven't?
Well, I mean, momentum is for a scene, and
You
it's a
start a
shopping
bonfire?
scene.
Well, I just earned a point of momentum, but
I like my idea better.
yeah, I'll save that later then.
Just roll for a persuade check. I'm not actually certain. I'm not certain how that would work, but roll for just a persuasion check in general. We'll say it's a DC.
No.
Doesn't matter the DC, does it?
Well, actually, persuade, I might have 1 success. Hey, I do have 1 success.
Oh, you have a 16 in persuade. Dear baby Lord Farquaad.
You're just going to pretend not to speak the language, aren't you?
No. You take 3, not 6. You take 3. No. You take 3. Yeah, so take, if you were going to spend 6, make it 4.
Okay, I was going to spend 10.
Make it 7.
Okay.
be funny if that actually increased the price.
Make it 17. All right, how about you, Abertech? You going out looking for some polish for your Warhammer?
Really looking for like some weapon and armor black in case I ever have to like be stealthier. Not that I'm very stealthy, but in case I ever have to like at least try to stand still and not be seen.
Some weapon and armor paint?
Black, like something like for stealth, like to temporarily, blacken it, like a grease.
Hmm.
Harder to see in the dark.
That's called charcoal in a fireplace.
Fine then. Abernathy really was just not, wanting to just needed a break from the other dude for a while. Nothing in particular. So he can be a bodyguard for, this guy while he's out there. Let's see. I was thinking about upgrading his armor, but I don't want to wear anything heavier. It ends up giving you some penalties. So, is the technical. Yeah. So whatever.
Okay, so a kit, How about this? How much does a kit cost? Usually, they are range from a lot to a lot. All right. Roll me either a stealth or a craft roll. And we'll say a DC of 2.
Oh dear. Yeah, unlikely. We'll see what happens. Once we get like fluorescent paint. Hey, I got. No, wait. I think that's still just one.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, that's still just a 1.
Yeah. Yep. But at least I don't get fluorescent paint like last time.
No, now it's glow in the dark.
Nice. Be about my luck.
This talks about camouflage gear like it's a thing, but then it doesn't actually say the thing, so that's weird. We're just going to call it a camouflage kit. Yeah. We'll call it a camouflage kit and say it roughly is going to be about the same cost as a healer's bag. Which is 8 gold.
That works.
So it will allow you to basically perform a stealth check in your gear without penalty and potentially give you a piece of momentum.
Oh, I'm not going to apply it to myself. I'm going to make Farai do it.
Sure, but I'm letting you know what
I got you.
You're too sexy for your hair. Too sexy for your hair. Because
So
it's
sexy.
there.
Running my fingers through all of this luxurious hair.
Yeah, me too.
It's more like a mane, really.
I'm a woman. I can't rub it through all of my chest hair. That's just wrong.
Oh, you're
My
in
fingers
Conan.
get stuck in mine.
This is Conan. It happens.
She's not a dwarf.
Oh, the kind of dwarf you really like. A dwarven lassie, she weighs 300 pounds. You just grab her by the beard and you just yank and just...
And you give her a great big steamboating.
Steamboating. I don't know that I want to know. Like, I've got some imagination on what a steamboating might be, but...
They don't know what motorboats are.
Choo choo.
I take it Tiber comes to give us a message eventually.
Yes, eventually. You see Tiber like basically doing this in the middle of the marketplace and like looking around, and he'll like walk up to a window. Like as you're looking there, he's like, you're in the shop, right? Trying to find some camouflage goods, and you happen to look over and you see Tiber staring through the window, like his nose is planted up against the window, looking in, and he makes eye contact with you. Ah!
Oh my gosh, this kid's already working. I'm hard to see.
And he comes into the shop as you're getting ready to pay for it. Abertech! I found you. So glad I found you. I have been looking and looking and looking. This is like the 7th place that I've looked at. I mean, but here. It's the first marketplace that I went to, though.
So, what do you need? Do you have witches come up?
Right. Verai and Thornicius and Zinnia and Corin were going to head to the mercenary camp out to the west, and they wanted you to join them to go hunt down some mercenaries. They were afraid that they were going to start a fire and burn the town down.
And didn't want to do it without you.
I'm all in.
They wanted to make sure that you were there.
That's the best pickup line I've heard all day. I'm going for it.
You would, wouldn't you?
Do you know where Zhang is? I've been looking for him, and I haven't been able to find him.
He's the guy in the tea section behind me. The one pretending not to speak the language to get a discount.
No, you take 6. You take 6. No, not 10. You take 6.
It saved me 4 gold.
And then when he's done, he's like, "Thank you, good sir. I appreciate you."
I never told you I couldn't speak Choral, Ophirin. You just assumed I couldn't.
All right, so we'll start heading towards that side of the town, the western gate, I guess.
All right. You head off to the west. Tiber says his goodbyes and kind of looks a little bit dejected. He's like, I guess I'm going home now.
Oh, wow, you can come with us.
Farai said that it would be better if I didn't.
Well, Farai's probably right, but that doesn't mean you can't.
By golly, I'm coming then.
Oh,
I don't really want to go home empty-handed after I told my dad I was spending a bunch of gold on art.
Abertech, you just killed off one of the most important characters.
I really don't want to go home to my dad and tell him that I spent all the money and didn't actually get any art.
Oh, we can make that. Look, we'll find some art. Easy.
Yeah. How?
Oh, I mean, you just slap some charcoal on a sheep hide and tell them that it was expensive. That's all people.
Native.
All that matters. The art. It's this price.
Right.
You can't burn a witch with art, can you?
I mean, a lot of art is flammable. Sometimes it's even temporary.
One would say burning a witch is an art form.
Oh, no. It's more like a science, really. I mean, if she weighs the same as a duck.
What else floats, though? Small pebbles?
I am so wise in the ways of science.
So you head westward to the main western gate there. I need an observation check.
From them, right? See us coming?
If you don't make it, then I'll allow them to check too. And have it be done in a most opportune fashion.
Let's just say that I am not the most observant. Pick one.
Now, would you say that this is a crowd?
Are you in a crowd? You're in city streets.
I just have a reminder that one of my abilities allows me to use command instead of observation for
Fun.
I'm
Yeah,
around.
that's more like spotting thieves and crime and stuff, not just general, I'm noticing random things.
It actually says to avoid thieves. Right. Never mind.
But one success will get you just good enough that as you're getting towards the gate, you hear a bit of a skerfuffle up on the walls and see your friends with a small pack of guards beside them up on top of one of the walls. So guys so for the three of you guys up on the wall, rewind a couple of minutes. And one of the guardsmen that's patrolling the walls stops and accosts you. And what might a pile of foreigners be doing here, scampering about, looking all suspicious like?
Existing is suspicious?
I was gonna say, walking around is suspicious.
Yeah, we're just up on the wall. I thought everybody was allowed up here.
Looks pretty suspicious to me. I'm gonna have to ask what you're doing up here.
Since when is skulking suspicious?
It's a beautiful day. We're taking in the sights and the sounds of the city from above so that we don't have to smell the rabble below.
Well, I'd never. Our Bostonian archer husband and his 2 wives have a right to be anywhere we want to be.
What?
Oh, it's gonna be like that, is it?
Yeah.
Hey boys, we got some live ones over here.
I am being accused of things that I have not done. I want to speak to your manager.
God. When did she get that haircut?
She just carries the wig behind her.
And another, let's see, there's 3 of you, so 6 of them come out from one of the guard posts, his pack of boys.
6. Look, if you just want to rinse off the wall.
Come all out, like shouldering up, chest puffed out. Now see here, what's going on here?
What's all this then?
What's all this then? They're loitering and back talking. I think they've got something to hide. They're being awfully suspicious.
Well, I mean, if we have something to hide, feel free to try and find something on this bikini-clad armored lady here, if you want. But
I just might do that. Does look to me like you need a pat down. To be fair, you're surrounded by it's you and 2 women.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Does kind of look to me like you might need a pat down for weapons, contraband. You're not carrying any contraband, are you?
There's
She never used to
Right.
only if there's just 7 of you.
You bet. If you've got a table she's going to need to unload, it's going to take a few minutes.
Roll a persuasion, roll a persuasion check with that. Or you know what? I'll roll an insight check because that's funny.
Who's rolling a persuasion check?
Hey, no successes on their insight. Your joke actually cracks the lead guy up. I like you. Where are you from?
All over, but up north.
You're up north, huh? Because you kind of look Aquilonian to me.
Yeah. You got me.
That's west.
Huh?
That's west.
Oh, well, northwest.
It's north if you're
Right. So, what are y'all doing up here on the walls again? You've been here for quite a while.
Just
So
waiting for some
I'm-
friends and
What are you doing?
checking out the slave market down there. We don't have slaves up north. Where we come from, there's not that many slaves. So, it's kind of a interesting thing.
I didn't want to walk into the slave market because a bunch of big burly people.
Ladies don't like hands all over them. Women.
So you two see your friends up on the walls being accosted by a bunch of guardsmen.
I'm certain they deserve it.
Do you just walk on by, or do you go up and join?
Oh, I'll just stand nearby and listen in on what's going on, and then probably laugh myself once I hear the remarks about how scantily clad Vera is.
How about you, Zang, Mr. Emissary?
Oh, I'll step in if they truly need me.
Great, thanks, guys. The two who have the greatest persuasion in the group.
Okay, well, back to you three on the wall then. Four on the wall then.
I mean, we can float. Like hearing this.
What just happened?
Skype blinked. Are we good now? I think we're back.
Yeah, you're back.
All in the same order.
Yeah, we
Okay.
want to get in like hearing distance.
So if you're up on the wall, you'll be visible and kind of with them. If you're down,
But that's
like
fine. I just, we don't necessarily need to be like walk right up and be like, "Hey guys," we can just be.
all right, then I'll allow an observation check from one of the folks up on the wall to notice you guys.
Okay. Oh, I got a
Good save.
From nowhere, out of nowhere.
I got it.
Don't you dare.
I'll roll nothing because I won't touch the keyboard.
Right, exactly.
You spot your two friends leaning against a wall nonchalantly nearby, just not joining in.
Okay, fair enough. We don't want any trouble, fellas. Do we need to get down?
Well, now that you've done taking up so much of our time, it's been an expensive day up here.
Expensive. All right.
How much of your time
Yeah.
have we taken?
If you want to roll a thievery check, rather than try to fiddle around, just roll a thievery check because you're good and one success.
Hang on now. Thievery. Nope, never mind. We're good. One success.
Yeah. You could probably hand them like 3 gold worth, and they'll be happily on their way.
3 gold it is. I'll divvy up.
All right,
Probably
well,
makes a lot more sense than making a scene over it and distracting ourselves from the real objective, which is, of course, the witches.
well, you all have a nice day. It's lovely meeting such tourists around here.
Thank you. I love this city. I love what you've done with it.
And they head back to their little guard tower. That's the word. Guard tower.
So while we're up here scouting
Yep.
around,
Yep.
can I roll an observation for just taking a closer look while we're here at the slave camp and getting a feel for guard presence, routes, seeing where they're doing the handoffs and all that other stuff?
Yeah.
So I'll
Roll
use-
observation.
I will use a point of not momentum, the other thing, fortune. 1 point of fortune.
Okay, so there's a 1.
Two, 3.
2 more successes, so 3 successes total. Thankfully, as you're watching, you happen to be watching during what appears to be a live market. There's some sort of auction going on at the very
It would be
moment.
weird if they were selling them while they were dead.
I mean, I guess at that point they just turn into goods rather than livestock.
It's a discount stall next door.
Or bats?
As you're looking down, it appears to be during an auction, so it's quite busy at the time. And what you see here in this market is this market itself is double walled off with tall, some of the strongest walls you have seen outside of the actual city walls themselves. It is tall, it is double walled off. There are a pair of towers on opposite corners of it. There's an entry to the west and an entry to the east, and then there's a tower on either side. There has to be the market itself is maybe about the size of 2 football fields put together. So not huge, but it's a decent sized area that is definitely completely walled off with permanent facilities put in here. Each of the towers, you see 3 guards in each of the towers. Each of the gates, you see at least.
You froze. Chance froze.
Yep, we lost Prongs.
He's dead to us now.
Crom! Come back to us, Crom! Though you care not. There we go.
You're back.
Rah! All right.
He's back just to the. Okay, so each tower has 3 guards. Each gate has
6. Each gate has 6 guards at the gates. Inside, you see a pretty big crowd of people inside that 2 football field worth of markets. There are several tents, a couple of small buildings, and in the middle is a large hexagonal platform, which appears to be the auction platform itself. As you're looking down, there's an auction going on, and you can see a half a dozen human beings on that platform being auctioned off as we speak. There are also several other huts and buildings and whatnot. As far as guard presence goes and forces, there is at least 50. At least 50. This is a very, very heavily enforced, patrolled marketplace. There is at least 50. Now you're watching. Now the good thing, you got 3 successes, so I'm giving you're watching during kind of like a shift change going on. So you see a bunch of people going in, a bunch of people going out, and others that you wouldn't have really noticed because they were in a building or something are then changing out. But there's got to be at least 50 inside the walls, with a dozen on the walls and another half a dozen in the towers.
And which building are they coming out of and going into most? Like that signifies various?
Various.
Okay.
The main thing that you note is if this is this giant slave market that's servicing, this entire region of the world, there's no way they're housing a bunch of slaves here.
Tunnels. Or underground places.
Corin, there's a whole lot of selling going on right here with a whole lot of guards present. Who owns all of this? This is a lot of wealth being flashed.
He says, well, the family that's in charge of it, that's the Capets. If you remember, the Capets were one of the families that you met at the feast. He says the family that's in charge of it, they're the ones entrusted by the king to run it. That's the Capets, but honestly, they're not really in charge of it. The ones that are in charge of it are the dead.
The ones that are in charge of it are the who's?
The dead.
The dead.
That's what they call themselves. They're the dead. They're the ones that run it. Probably one of the richest mercenary organizations around. Hell, they got more money than most noble families around here.
The name of an organization, not an actual family name. Got it.
Right. Okay. And the dead don't answer to the Capets? You're frozen again.
Yep.
Yep.
We lost him. Clear.
There he is.
All right, so next week I'll be in my next city. Hopefully the Wi-Fi there is better than the Wi-Fi here. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully it gets better. What did you ask about the Cupheads?
So I said, so the dead answer to the Cupheads?
Well, technically speaking, yes. The Capets are the ones with the writ of ownership and in charge of it, but the dead are the ones that really run it.
Oh, so the Capets, they're just they're rid of ownership, and like that means basically nothing then.
Well, if something goes wrong, it's on the Capets to make certain it don't. They're the ones charged by the king for the well-maintaining and humane facilities designed for the equitable and fair housing and transactional authorities of the human marketplace.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bullshit is what it is.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Yeah, a lot of big words.
Okay. Fair enough. Did we see anything about the mercenary camp over yonder?
Lots of mercenaries. This is like a whole suburb.
Right.
It stretches out. We're talking square miles.
But it's different than the slave place, right?
Yes, it's kind of semi-surrounding it. The slave market is one permanent place just outside the Western Gate. The mercenary camp is also outside the Western Gate, a little further out. It's not right beside the city walls because the city doesn't want a bunch of armed folks at the walls. So it's a little further out, but it's a roughshod bit of townsmanship and suburbmanship and tents and buildings just a little ways outside of the city, maybe a quarter mile. But it covers several square miles.
Well, we get a good look at the armor from these guys on the towers since they're a little closer to us. Could I possibly pick out some details, like maybe they have skulls on their stuff too, like maybe it matches?
The guardsmen?
Yeah.
The guardsmen are just wearing the standard Kerala guard outfit.
But guys, they call themselves the Dead, and we're looking for the Queen of the Dead?
The Keeper of Souls.
Of souls, right? So he keeps souls. These guys are dead. That means that they gave their souls up to somebody.
I think that's just a mercenary group. I thought you guys wanted to pick a fight with the people who tried to burn down the donut shop.
Well, we're trying
We
to find
do.
Yeah.
We do, but while we're here, I'm just window shopping, okay?
Yeah.
Window shopping for dead deities?
No, for slaves.
Ah, right.
For slaves, yeah.
Looking for that crescent moon, right?
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
I didn't tell anybody about that. Shh.
Everybody has seen the crescent moon.
Well, fine.
I mean, it does happen like every 2 weeks.
Pretty much.
Oh, the phenomena. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Because who do you know that really cares about freeing the slaves?
Yes.
The cult of Solapatha.
Right. Is that anywhere around here? Do I see that?
The cult of Solapethophiles.
Let's take 2 minutes. I need a refill. Bio break. Smoke them if you got them.
Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now, these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat with your fate chips. You can use your powers as an architect. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So let's go!
All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for indulging us in a brief intermission. And we return to the party, having recently bribed the guards. And yeah, here we are. It's your show, team.
Yeah, so what is the exact plan here? That we walk in and ask them who hired them? Is that the idea?
We start shouting around, "Hey, are you the ones that tried to kill us? Hey, are you the ones that tried to kill us?" I'm sure somebody will look.
In a whole giant camp of mercenaries.
But like, to what end?
Well, so largely we need to find out who the Keeper of Souls is. Keeper of Souls hired the mercenaries, and it is either we can walk into this encampment of mercenaries and try to find those mercenaries and then beat it out of them who their benefactor was, or, and hear me out, we can go talk to the cult of the Dark Ghetto, and try to, because and Xenia came up with this. Tiber and Xenia came up with this. Tiber said that if you wanted to go to if you wanted to find the Keeper of Souls, you would go to somebody who deals with the dead, and he mentioned the Queen of the Dead, which Xenia decided, knew that was that was a reference to the Avatar of Darketo. So we have run into the cult of Darketo
Roll of sorcery.
recently. So we would either go find them out and find out what they know, or we go talk to these mercenaries.
I think you're on the right track with the mercenaries. Anybody can call themselves the Keeper of Souls. It doesn't mean they have anything to actually do with souls. I think we're on the right track with the mercenaries.
So that was Corin's idea.
Hey, as long as he isn't going to make me
But roll sorcery.
We're sitting. Ugh.
You will?
I had quite enough of it. I even have the shirt. Does it?
Crom, did you say roll sorcery?
Yeah, to Abertac.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear
like
that.
4 times.
Sorry, I don't.
We only heard it once.
Rolling sorcery. Gotta get something that's lower than a 13.
All right, so I'm going to use my true understanding to pay 2 points of resolve to get a bonus momentum on it, because it is a sorcery test other than when to cast a spell, and I will use it to get an extra d20.
All right. Your resolve will recover at the end of the scene. Is that 3 or 2 successes? Your sorcery is a...
That's 3.
So that is indeed 3 successes. With 3 successes, the Queen of the Damned is definitely associated with Darketo. It is definitely not an avatar of Darketo. That's just one of Darketo's names. The Darketo is known as, among other things, the Queen of the Dead, because in large part, as you know, she is the one whose portfolio is the dead, funeral rites, recovery from it. She's most famous for when it comes to death. She's most famous when it comes to death for taking care of mothers that have lost children in childbirth, sort of thing.
So if this Keeper of Souls really did have anything occult-wise going on with it, maybe that would be the right tree to bark up. But, Abertac is not convinced that I could call myself, the Keeper of Mountain Lions, and it just for scare tactics.
So our 2 options are...
I mean, that guy called himself the boar, right? But he wasn't really a boar.
So our 2 options are go talk to this mercenary group and see if we can find out any information, or go find the nearest orgy and hopefully find Darketo.
I think you guys are headed the right way already here, personally. Is it possible that this person really is the Keeper of Souls? It dawns on me that if I were the Keeper of Souls, I probably wouldn't need to hire a mercenary group to do my dirty work. So I'm thinking it's just a totally mundane thing, but I could be wrong. We'll see.
We thought this might be the right way as well. We just don't necessarily have a plan on how to flesh out the right people.
I mean, there was a cultist of Nyarlathotep that did summon a bunch of squid tickles on you.
What does that have to do?
Yeah, but we don't know anything about them around here.
I mean, that could have just been somebody who didn't like us. You're already here.
Yeah, but the cult of Nyarlathotep, they didn't once that went down, everybody else fled because they weren't part of that. Right.
That did appear to be the case.
They weren't expecting it.
Yeah, they weren't expecting it. They were just as eager to get away from that as we were.
It's absolutely possible that somebody who wanted us dead had that guy standing by on a rooftop in case things looked like they were going south for the other people. It's absolutely possible.
A double-blind murder attempt. Ooh.
Of course, there's a moron would think of that.
Okay, so we're going into the mercenary camp.
Going into the mercenary camp. As you head into the mercenary camp, one of the first things that you notice is a huge amount of the people here aren't actually mercenaries. They're more like camp followers.
Just camper.
Our camp followers. They are people mending clothes, people sharpening swords, people selling food and beer, people selling themselves into prostitution. Lots of orphans.
Wait, are they for sale?
Probably.
Hmm.
And obviously, lots of various mercenaries. Now, most of the mercenaries seem to be like clicked off, right? They're off in their groups. This is their mercenary group. They're sitting. If it's one of the smaller, more temporary ones, they're sitting around their own little cook pot, eating there. That there are 5 or 10 or 15 of them that are there. Others have a building, and there might be 1 or 2 of them sitting outside of a building, and you can see more movement in the building. So there's everything from a group of folks around a cook pot to like fortified buildings full of folks. But the one thing that is really all in common is the sheer amount of camp followers here. People that are selling to the mercenaries some goods or services, that are making a living off of the mercenaries.
So
I mean, that is how economies work.
So I'm gonna meander over to a pretty, not young, not too young, but a pretty prostitute. Nearby, at least, right?
Sure, you find some camp ladies. Camp town ladies sing this song, doo-dar.
Now we know what that song's about.
Camp town racetrack 5 miles long.
Oh, the doo-dah-dee.
Doo-dar day.
So walking up to her, hi. I'm
Oh,
new
hey
to these,
there, honey buns.
I'm new to these parts.
Well, don't butt in on my territory.
Absolutely not. Wouldn't dream of it. I actually had a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Since you're so pretty, and I'm sure there are plenty of gentlemen around here that have at least
Dibbolus.
noticed you, and that you have noticed many of these fine fellows walking around. Is there somebody here by the name or nickname the Mountain, or any tall men that are huge in stature, or anybody with
Most of these men wouldn't know huge in stature if it bit them in the ass.
preach, sister? But
Bill! Ooh! I'm laughing harder at Bill than I am at the joke.
but anybody with wolf mask armor, or a man that is very tall and broad-shouldered, that stands leaps and bounds above all the other men around him. Anything like that happening around here?
I'm going to either need a persuasion or thievery.
Persuasion is bad, so thievery is good.
Use thievery to steal the knowledge out of her mind.
Do what?
Use thievery to steal the knowledge out of her mind. That's how that works.
One.
For one of them shiny golds you got there, I'll tell you what I know.
Well, girl, as long as it's not nothing, I got that 1 gold for you.
Pay up front.
I know how it is.
She says, well, first of all, lots of men wear wolf's masks or wolf's heads or have wolves on there. It's quite a popular thing. But something to do with wolves and a giant mountain of a man both? Nobody in this side of the camp meets that, but there's always people coming and going in and out. You've been nice, so go talk to my cousin. She's over. She gives you directions. Go talk to my cousin. See if she knows anything. Tell her I sent you.
And you are?
She gives some name.
And she is?
She gives a name.
Okay, I will look
Timmy
at
fell in
I
the
will look
well.
where she gives a name and tell her that she gives a name sent me.
Prostitutiny and prostitutey.
Yo.
Oh, this is
Hey,
bad.
Thank you so much, Tom. You've been a super help. Thank you.
Oh, hey, this
I'll
village.
meander my way back casually to the rest of the group.
The
Report
blighted
back.
village.
Tell them
Make
next
a
time.
Guys, will
with
you
her?
guys come here and
She
help me
hooked up?
kill 3 giant
I'll
ogres? 'Cause
advertise next time you buy the
I need.
hookers.
Oh,
but,
shit.
Here's
Shit.
what we know so far. Her cousin on the other side
What did
of
I
the
do?
camp,
I didn't do
may have
anything.
more information, but
There's a goblin in
Fuck.
the
the
village.
mountain, the rather large gentleman that I saw you all hanging out with
Alright, you
prior
need to
to
hold
the
on to your
sky
tongue.
missiles of
This
doom.
isn't a good
Not over here
start.
on this side, but maybe on
Hey.
the other
Wait,
side.
I do owe him a warhammer to the face.
How do
You
I get in
do.
here if the door's closed?
You just, like,
that's-
walk
I
up to
figured
it.
that would be a very clear
They'll just
person that
drop
would
the
stand
hammer on my
out
ass?
amongst all of these folks.
Yeah, it should just like open.
But
Son of a
okay, alright.
not on this
bitch.
side of the camp. Better luck. We might have better luck on the other side.
Speaking of titties, where's my phone?
Let's try the other side.
I mean, there's lots of other sides, but this section of the camp, she
Nope,
didn't.
wrong way.
But I have directions to her cousin, who's also in the same profession. I wonder if they charge discounts. So
Group discounts.
Alright,
Group
what are you
discount.
doing? Why are we around?
So we can at least rule out another
Family
section. Of the camp.
benefits.
We can at least rule out another section of the camp if we go talk to her cousin.
Kill him.
All right.
Well, we've come back to it, and somebody's already dead.
I will say that I did not reckon that there would be quite so many people with wolf
your guy
motifs
and
around
money
here.
sack.
But now that you mention it, that they are
Like talk
prone
to
their
Aaron
originality.
and then see if he turns into a money
Well,
sack
maybe
after
we
you
could
talk
single
to
it
him
down
on the
a little
mini
bit
map.
better. Maybe there's only one guy with a wolf's head motif and 2 big ass shield brothers.
Aaron Grobrecht.
I mean, that I think
So-
is
Okay.
no, he's
The
a
guy
money
with
bag
the
already
wolf's head-
because he's a
Fuck.
merchant.
For one,
this
it was
guy.
a dire wolf's head.
But
It was
why
like
isn't everybody a
giant-
money bag
like,
person?
Giant dire
Because
wolf's head that he
everyone
it
does
converted
was
this
just
into
a
helmet.
wolf's head that he wrote the word
What's that?
fire on.
Everyone
Another
does the same
battle-
shit.
what?
But he was not the mountain of a man.
Here, we'll
The
just
mountain
we'll
was
just
Oh
the
leave it.
no!
lieutenant's.
Oh no!
We'll just
Oh
leave it.
no!
We'll just leave it.
Correct, which is why I
Well,
was
the,
looking
the
for
problem
one
is
or the
I'm
other.
in this
Right,
town by
right.
myself.
But yes, the
remember
the
how.
man
They
in the dire
they shouldn't
wolf's
attack
head,
you. They should
also
be
did have
friendly.
as
Well, he did. I just walked
Stornicius
by him.
Has
All
pointed
right, well,
out,
don't
had
move.
two,
Let me come there because I like
shield
tricked one of
wolves
them, so they're
with him
supposed
as
to be
well.
friendly to
Those
us.
shields,
Right, I
do they have
did the
any
exact same
motifs on
thing.
them?
I know it. I know that they're supposed to be friendly. I don't know what I
Bones.
did.
Real good look at them because I ran right by them.
You touched his
you know,
bones.
maybe you
That's-
like,
What was it?
maybe you
Skulls?
snuck.
But I also think that a
You might have
dire
snuck
wolf's
and it
head,
might have
not
pissed
a
him
wolf
off.
motif, but an actual dire wolf's head. That's
As a
a
helmet?
bit more noticeable than a wolf motif on a helmet.
Yeah.
All right.
So I can at least adjust
You're
my
at the
inquiries.
blighted
next
village.
I'm just gonna leave this place.
So
Yeah, I'm
you
like,
go
I-
through the
I
camp,
can- there's a
and
fast
as
travel
you go
right
through the
there.
camp, get somebody roll
you
me
bail
a
already?
No,
society check.
I haven't.
Okay.
I'm
I'll
leaving
do
you
that.
well.
Okay.
But there are
Give me a
3
moment.
giant ogres in this village I need to kill.
While he's rolling society check, can I roll an observation check to see if anybody's
they're-
noticing us and watching us?
They should be gone.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
roll a
no.
observation. So with your one
That was
success,
the,
the main thing that you know
Someone got the
is
horn.
The tribalism
Yeah, I got the horn
here.
the first night we played.
Fuck.
It's
The
But
smart,
maybe-
the
Does
smart
it still
ogre.
let you
the
see it?
mercenaries are staying in
If
their
it-
own
If the
little
quest still
groups.
shows on your,
However,
if the
that's not to
quest
say
still
that they're
shows on your
never out
screen,
alone
because I did
somewhere.
that
They might
that
be
first
going
night we
places or
played.
whatever, but
No, I don't know if it shows on my
see a
screen.
mercenary
I
group
was just I just
and a
know because
mercenary
that's
group,
where I got to
and you don't see mercenary groups
in my solo playthrough.
other than in the watering holes.
And
Those are neutral.
killing the smart one drops
by watering
a
holes, obviously, I mean
headband
the
that
bars.
makes your intellect 18.
Many,
shit.
many.
And then I was gonna respec
Oh,
Many.
and put
Well,
all of my points in other
You,
stuff
you do
besides
notice though
intellect.
that there are some of the bars
well,
that seem to be
I wanted to see if it was a
let's just
one-time
say
use item,
exclusive.
so I saved and then I
Members
used
only.
it. After they're done, they give you choices and one of them is you can attack them.
Oh, that's awesome, awesome, sweet. So we need to
So-
go
yeah,
someplace where
there
we can
probably
gang
is
up
even one or two of
on them.
those with a sign there that
and,
Right.
says
Well, let's at least
sponsored by
we could
so-and-so
let's at least
mercenary
try to
group.
save
we
it
don't
maybe
know
for
which
a little
mercenary
bit
group
for
we're
like
looking for
a
yet.
boss fight or something maybe
Right.
because
You know,
they'll
they
come
don't have
in.
any names or
And let me tell you
anything.
something, they're tough. I
So,
can't.
and that's
I
what we're trying to do.
cannot
Like,
beat
we're trying to
them. I
identify
cannot.
which mercenary
I
group
need
this
to. It's an
giant
integral
belongs to,
part
or the
of
direwolf
my
head
character
belongs
build
to.
in my
Okay.
solo
So is
play.
that 2 successes?
We'll make
on
sure you
observation,
get it.
Bob?
2 successes on observation.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't
I
go
have
too
no
long.
With
but I
2
thought-
successes of observation,
I was just thinking maybe the first boss
you know that
encounter
for
because
the
I don't
most
want to hold it
part,
the whole. I
nobody
wasn't planning
seems
on
to give
holding
a
it the
shit.
whole
You're
game
just
anyway
another
because it was
group
like
of
you said the other night.
probably
You got to
mercenaries
just
or
use the shit.
adventurers of some
So
sort.
I was thinking of using it at that first boss
Most of the
fight.
mercenary
So
groups tend to be a little
that
more
works, you know.
homogenous, but some of
But,
them are very disparate. I mean, some of them
shit,
might have a
we'll make
Pict
sure
you
and
get that
a Cimmerian
cool
and
thing
an
about that is
Aquilonian
it
and a
just
Stygian.
makes
Some
your
of them might
intellect
be a pack of
18.
Darfurians.
So
Hell, you've seen
you can,
some
like, I could
Turanians
respec
and some
and pull all
Iranistanians.
of my
And
points out of
That might
intellect
sound racist, but that actually is one of the nations in this game is Iranistan.
and still have 18 intellect. Like I could, I'm trying to min max the fuck out of this.
And Afghuli
I
is
dropped
one of the nations.
I dropped healing
nobody's
potions
paying
on
heavy
everybody,
attention
so
to
everybody
us,
should
as
have
you
at
can
least
tell.
4 healing potions.
For the most part, nobody seems to give
And I
a
dropped
crap.
a revivify
However,
on you,
with
Nat.
2 successes, I'll say you spot a couple of urchins that are giving you a little bit of an eye.
And Armon, I have a robe of summer.
Urchins,
It's
huh?
the same as your
Oh,
armor
no, not
class,
kids
but
again.
My armor class of bullshit.
but it has
Should we just
cold damage
approach
prevention
them
or
this time instead
something.
of running and burning down half
So
of a town? as
otherwise,
we're
if you
fleeing
want,
from
I was
them?
thinking you could, if you wanted to, you could just sell it and use that money for your
I'd rather just
scrolls.
keep them at arm's length. I've had bad
Oh
dreams
yeah,
about that
definitely.
time.
I don't care about cold damage.
All right, y'all.
So,
I like your
so
teddy
just
bear.
sell that and use that for your scrolls. And I
Ooh,
sent you,
enfeeblement. Ooh, that's a good spell.
yeah, and
you.
there's an animal
I like
friendship one I
Teddy,
sent you too.
He's only been on fire once.
Does anyone just
That you know
want
of.
to be able to cast
Since
magic
I've owned
missile
him, at
in a
least.
pinch?
And I don't own
Because
him.
I already know magic
he
missile.
chooses to partner with me and
Sure.
land. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably
Thank you.
L'Oreal would probably be good for
Are
that.
you here with
Maybe
your
he's
parents?
born with it. Gee, maybe she's born with it.
No.
Maybe she's just a bitch.
Oh, that's sad.
Cool, and the rest
Whoa.
of these.
Why
Oh,
are
I
you?
have a whole
are you hitting
fuck
on
ton
Norton?
of them. I have web. I have protection from good and evil.
I have
Bone
some
chill.
candy.
Would anyone like a quarter staff?
So,
Eh.
why are
Alright,
you
make
here if
Shakespeare. Ooh, I can throw it.
if your
Done.
parents are
I have
no longer here?
a
Who's taking care of you?
spear
This,
called
I don't have anywhere
Sorrow.
else to go.
That
It's a shed. It's a
Sorrow.
shed spear.
But
I
who takes
don't
care
really
of you?
understand what it says. What it
how
does.
old
It
is
says
your
sorrowful
ourselves?
lash,
Me
transmutation
and my brother, we
cantrip.
take care of ourselves. We
But
It
it's
gives
worth
you a
300.
transmutation cantrip.
But it's worth 380.
beg, borrow, steal
What? No,
sometimes.
sorry, I was deep in the menus. What is it
My
again?
kind of kids.
It's a spear.
That's
It
Okay.
says it
It's
has
rough, but
weapon enchantment plus
we all,
one.
we all do what we have
Well,
to
you
do
can go to my.
survive
You
sometimes.
probably. I think if you hit
Funny enough,
tab,
you don't
you can see my
detect a hint of
inventory.
deception in this kid's
Oh
voice.
yes, look at that. I can.
Not-
But
It doesn't actually seem like he's trying to lie to
It's
you.
the very.
Aaron.
It should be
How old
like
is this kid?
the top left. Well, I don't
Like
know if it's
Sorrow?
the same way. Yeah, sorrow. I don't understand what the fuck
I
it
mean,
does,
that's
but
like
someone can
20
either
or
take it
30
or,
years.
if not, I'll just sell it if someone has use for it.
4.
Damn. I was hoping he was older. All right. Well,
Oh, I accidentally
So
acquired.
there's some items give you like spells. So like
can I roll?
if you have
can I
this,
pull an
if you're
corruption
using the
and roll a
spear, if you have it
one-
equipped,
D1 thievery
you
for
can use this cantrip.
just to kind of get
But
a
I
feel
don't understand
for
what the cantrip is.
trust-
Sorrowful lash.
Absolutely,
Like,
this is
Yeah,
a
it's
perfect
just
roll
a
for
seven.
that, yeah.
It's just a 1d4
Okay,
plus 3
so-
piercing damage, and it pulls the
1d20.
creature 3 meters closer to you. That's all. Just think of it like a whip with a thorn.
No, I
vine.
think it's a
Gotcha.
difficulty
Pulling
1
closer.
check. You roll
also,
a thievery, so you'd roll your 2d20.
we
wouldn't you?
really
Oh,
should
okay, so
have
then I would-
somebody with
one more.
guidance.
Yeah.
It was a guidance.
Yeah, a D1 thievery or council.
Where's the
Um,
cantrip at?
That's within your thievery score, isn't it?
Yeah, that
basically,
works. I got
when I
one.
was doing my solo
Yeah,
playthrough,
okay.
one of the random characters that I had with me
one
was
success
is a
on checking the
cleric,
honest
and they have
corruption of this
guidance.
kid,
And anytime I'm
you're-
in
what you can tell
a
is,
conversation and I
at
have
this
to do
point,
a check,
this kid is, if
I
he's
get
lucky,
the
going
1d4
to grow
guidance
up
buff.
to be a thief and a beggar.
And then
If he's
I
lucky, there's a good chance
on
he ends
my
up
character
swinging a sword and getting stabbed at 14.
friends. So anytime that I'm
But he
in
seems to be too
a
young
situation where I
still
have a
to
charisma
have
check,
been.
I get to use
kind of new to this.
I get advantage.
Hasn't learned how to be a thief.
So I
yet.
have friends.
Like he's still he's talking to you when really he
well,
probably shouldn't
friends
be.
friends' advantage on charisma
since he's
checks
not also
and
trying to
guidance
pick your
is
pocket as he's distracting
1d4 on any ability check.
He seems like he's
I have
not
friends.
supposed to be a bad
So
kid.
anytime
Doesn't know
you
how
are
to be
in
bad
a
kid, but is gonna grow up
charisma
to be
check
a bad kid
with an
just because of
NPC, you should
unfortunate life.
before you do your roll at the bottom of the screen,
Again,
it should say
Conan
like
universe.
apply bonus
Conan
or
universe.
something like that, and it should let you click friends,
I could work
and
with
you'll
that.
get
Okay.
you get advantage.
So I have a question
I
for
also
you.
have cutting words.
We're all at
Have
Blighted
you
Village.
Seen,
No, I
know
got the
you
hell out of
don't,
there
and
just
a lot
in
of these
case,
people
and
are
I'm
big
back at
and
town doing some
scary.
selling.
Have you seen any men that stand taller?
Is that where we're starting? Should I
broader than the
come
rest?
and meet you all at the
that look like
village?
giants
Do you guys
among
want
all
to
these
clear
other
it?
people, or another man wearing a
I was in the well and there
as
was a
his
bunch
helmet,
of dead
accompanied
spider
by a couple
things,
of other
and I
guys
left.
with big shields. Have you seen anything like either of those?
Oh well,
There's
that's
a farmer in Adele.
that's
He's like
terrible. Adele is in the well. That's not good for her.
Well,
No,
Adele fell in the well.
I don't think so.
I need someone
and then
to
the little
sell
brother
shit
like
to.
whispers into his
Someone,
ears.
please. Can it be you?
Did you say you
Oh,
needed
he
bardic
froze again.
inspiration?
Right there, right on the edge.
Are you guys in a battle?
His brother whispers into his ear, "Silence." There you're back.
So,
Oh, yeah, his brother whispers into your ear. He's like,
okay, so Conan's still going, right?
"Do you have
And then
any
you're going to
food?"
start streams.
Do I have any food? That's a good question.
Gotcha.
Looking around, right?
You got like some
Not
snacks
too
and
shabby
stuff,
doors.
surely. You scrabbled to a side.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
You got your
I can
travel
pull
stuff.
together
You
some
throw
food
in
and
Billy.
snacks,
Oh my
bread, or
God.
whatever I have to
There's
snack on. Some
oh my God, look at my
water,
fucking
clean
screen.
water. Absolutely.
There's
orcs
orcs and
I have a
ogres
couple
fucking.
handfuls of these pastry donuts
Holy
from
shit.
Where's
from
your
a
screen?
donut shop in
Or
Riverside,
can you listen into my
You
dialogue
see
to see
his
the
eyes
thing
go
that's going on?
yeah, no,
wider
I'm in-
than
I'm
you
in-
could possibly
I'm-
imagine
I'm
a child's
selling
eyes could go
crap.
when you
my
pull
God,
out a
there's
couple of
fucking-
donuts.
What is that?
Here you go.
I don't have that option.
God, Al, you're the best! And they both just like grab them and they're like, oh,
Wait,
like
I got
the
this.
greatest day ever. Oh my God, this is
Oh
so
my
this?
God,
Uber
dude!
Be sure
It
to
looks
eat
like
slowly
Shelly.
and savor it a little
Oh my
bit,
God!
And
it's
be sure to drink a
disgusting.
little bit of clean water because that's going to help
You
wash it
shut
down.
up.
And
Ugh. Shelly's the hells.
Why don't we send them?
She
Why
was
don't
a
we
friend
send
of
them
a
to the
friend that
donut
we used to
shop
know, and she was just
and have
like,
them like tell them that
yeah,
we
like her
sent
hair.
them
She had like clown
so that
hair.
maybe
It
they
was
could
like
get
the
some
worst.
Made
She was
into
just
donut filling.
I was thinking
ugly
about sending them
outside,
to
ugly
Tiber,
inside,
really.
like all
yeah,
around,
just
just
save a couple souls if
disgusting.
we can.
Tiber's with you,
That
by the
sounds
way.
fantastic. Sign me
Yeah.
up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So we always called her the
Attack,
Hells. So every time this game says the
Okay.
Well, here you
Hells,
go.
it's just like, oh
there's a
God,
thing for Tiber to
Shelly.
do. Take the kids back to the donut shop, or
I
back
have
to
negative
his
on personality
house
as well.
and employ them.
Where they'll be.
Tiber, is there any?
Concur.
Are there any
All right,
ways
I'm
to
coming.
get these kids to be?
I gotta sell
get
my
taken care
pocket
of?
full of
Do you
silverware,
have
so hang on.
Like, are you able to
Blighted
take them as
Village.
wards or anything like that?
Pocket full of
Not
miracles.
slaves.
You got
I
a
didn't say
pocket full
slaves.
of
If you put these
sunshine.
kids into slavery, I will hurt you.
I got two bedrolls.
I mean, Tiber's like, I
Fuck are you
wouldn't
guys?
enslave
I
anybody.
was,
I don't agree with it.
I understand.
Drive
You
down
guys
the
are all the way
highway
up
with
here.
something.
Come on,
I
wait
also
for me.
understand
I'm
that.
coming.
My
it was
father
a-
would never accept any
Unintended accident.
any.
Maybe you know.
I was just trying to like.
That's what my father called me.
apprentices.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, well,
the
what
matrons
is
have some
ogre?
orphanages.
And is it ogre and an orc?
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
walk into a bar.
Corin.
Guys,
Oh my
just
God.
remember,
Corin,
just
do
remember.
you
I want
have,
to kill.
Do
I
you
want
know of
to.
anybody
I
that's
want to
accepting
kill that
apprentices for honest work?
Yeah, I got you. I won't forget.
Or anything like that. Do
Oh,
you
no,
think
I'm in a
perhaps
battle.
that the donut shop might make
Someone's in
use
a
of
battle.
a couple of extra
but
employees
I'm
that
not.
get paid
I'm
in
not.
sweets?
They
Yeah.
do need help rebuilding.
This is an
They
ass
do need help
whooping.
rebuilding.
Oh, where
And
am
they
I?
can climb across roofs and not collapse them.
Did anyone has anyone done anything
Corin
yet?
leans
Sold
down real
anything?
close to them.
Equipped anything? Done anything
You guys
special?
feel like you could be real strong
I
and
sold-
help
I
out and
sold
do
a
what you're
bunch.
told?
I sold a bunch of my stuff. Hold on, maybe I can kill. Maybe I can kill this guy. You don't know. Let me dump everything
right.
I've got.
Well, I tell you what.
Yep.
I got a couple of friends that we can take you to.
Oh, path is interrupted.
little
Okay,
old
hold
couple,
on.
they
Hold,
never had any
hold the
kids of
phone.
their
I'll
own.
move. I'll move. It's fine.
Is the
I
eight
They're
got
the
I got
ones
a
that
new
made
level
these
2
donuts.
spell. This is Scorching Ray,
And if you could
it's
help
got a lot of
them out,
d6s.
I'm sure they might be able to find you
I will
at
stream,
least
but
a
I'm-
safe, warm bed and a roof over your
3, I
heads.
think.
Really? Yeah, we can make that happen.
Your conversations with yourself are mesmerizing.
Okay, so I didn't kill it.
Kids.
Corin.
Sorry.
Corin's
Yeah,
like,
should I go close?
we can't,
Was he the one
Corin says to you guys,
receiving?
I don't know how we're going to get them there, though.
honestly, it was a fucking blur. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, send Tiber away again.
Normally when
keep
like
trying to send
you know me
Tiber
when like
away.
I can't restrain
That's
myself
fine.
when it's just
I
like
tell you
No,
what.
I'm
something
gonna-
like
I'm
that.
just gonna go hide over here.
Through this
I was
because
fucking
you're in a
speechless.
mercenary camp. I don't want you to get
Let me
hurt.
see what
right?
happens.
You can stick with us.
Oh.
Keep watch over them though. We
Oh,
will
oh
deliver them
no!
back,
Oh, that's. Oh yeah! I
later.
think we need to restart.
But for now,
Maybe it's
at
saved
least keep a watch on
before.
them.
In one piece.
I probably did.
Can we do that?
All right,
no, it
kid,
did.
you
It
stay
did.
with me,
oh,
okay?
oh, thank God.
Okay.
Hopefully, it didn't save as you were joining because that would be
All right.
terrible.
So then we
No,
continue
it's
on
like
to
I
the,
I see it
the
running.
hooker cousin.
My character running towards the door.
Hey, kids.
It's like no, there's still
We're
time.
gonna go see a hooker, kids.
Yes.
Well, I
Understand your
a lot
education.
worse than that.
If that's not what if you've
What are
put
their
yourself
names? What are your
in
names,
an
kids?
unending loop,
Freaking
all I
Frank.
can say is hope for better initiative this time. And get
Yeah,
the
it
fuck
put
out of
me-
there.
It put me right in the middle of the action.
Floral and Feral?
Where we're going, we don't
Floral
need
and Feral.
initiative.
Okay, fair enough.
Floral
Come on, Floral and Feral. Let's go
All right,
talk
so
to
once-
the hooker cousin.
Okay, yeah,
Where
we're
the
good. I'm
fuck
clear.
am I?
I
So
haven't sold anything
Bunch of
yet.
Fs.
Am I in
How
or
about-
out?
You know what? I don't care about
So
selling any of
you,
this shit. I'm just
head,
gonna get back to you all
through
because
to the
apparently
side of
I
camp
can't leave
that
you guys
the-
alone for more than 5 seconds. Someone needs to be able to read the do not disturb signs.
Said about
The fucking irony of that
no,
sentiment.
it was I don't remember.
So somebody,
Okay.
why don't we
Prosper-
just do this? We'll
Prostitutany-
just like take
Prostitutany,
turns
that was it.
picking shit on our
Prostitutany
quest
sent you to
trail.
Prostituty.
Oh, I don't care. I just
that
want
way
to
we
get,
can-
I want to get
head,
experience and
to
level up.
the
That's all I
part
care
of
about.
camp
And we'll stick
where
together.
Prostituty, she
I want
says, is supposed to be.
experience. I want to level up, and I
she's
want that
not there.
headband.
She is not within sight.
I want to vendor shit for gold, so when Armand decides to run into shit and die, we can revive
She's
him.
probably on.
I'm not going to run into shit and die.
Oh,
Oh, Nat, I dropped a
don't-
revivify, whatever the fuck it's called. I dropped one on you, and I have 2 on me.
Well,
And everybody should have
must
4
have
healing
turned
potions.
The wrong direction at Albuquerque.
no, because
not
there's
using
a
anything.
signpost that she's supposed to hang out.
Hey,
that's
if I
right
remember
across from
correctly,
the
I was the
bar.
last person
It's got
holding
the
a
purple and pink
scroll of revivify.
shield on
And
the
we
front
used
of
it on.
Yeah, she might have had.
Yeah, I think it was
Reviving
used
you when
on-
you jumped off the
on
edge.
you.
She's probably inside
jump
that
is
bar with the
jump
purple and
is
pink
a
shield.
harsh
She's
word,
headed somewhere.
sir. I was
let's
thrown
check out the bar.
from the cliff.
Sure. You
By
head,
yourself.
you
By
head
some
into
sort
this
of
bar,
weird
and it is a
plant.
cheap, rough and tumble joint.
Did you see a plant on the ground and walk into it?
The floors are
No,
sticky, but there are actually
I was
floors.
trying to attack it, and I
Smells
did,
mostly like
and it went
old
away.
beer in here.
And then I stood there, and we were
There's
talking
a-
about something, and then
there's
it
a
grew back, and I didn't
fat
see
old
it.
man missing most
then I
of his
ran
teeth
into it.
behind the
I
counter.
believe that's what we call
his
mistakes were made.
Equally
Oh, yeah.
toothless old lady beside him behind the
Does anyone want
counter.
this sorrow spear? Can they make you? Can
Serving
anyone
out
make use of
drinks
it? Otherwise, I'm going
to-
to sell it.
A bunch
I
of
have better
different
cantrips than that.
lower
Okay.
class
But
mercenaries.
But for
Sorry.
melee, for a melee
None of these
user,
mercenaries are wearing
if the damage
finery,
is
are
not
wearing
bad
regalia.
on the spear, that
you can tell there's a few
that
different mercenary
cantrip
groups
pulling
here,
things closer
but
to
none of
you
them even
might
have
not
like
be a bad thing.
uniforms per se. They're just wearing
What's
whatever
the
they
range
had.
on? Hang on.
There's not like
Just,
these
yeah,
three
tackle
guys
9
are wearing
meters.
the same type of metal armor.
Target can't be pulled if it's huge
There
inside.
seems to be
Pulls
no
at
sort
3
of
meters.
uniformness, although there are definite groups here.
I'm going to take it and play with it. And if it
Okay.
sucks, I'll give it back
There's a
and you can
door in
sell
the
it.
back. Or
Yeah, it
there's
works.
stairs in the back that lead upstairs.
I sold
need
my
to
stuff.
find
I'm
where
coming.
you all are. Where's the fucking people?
have
Should
an
I?
idea,
Should I?
but does
I'm in
anybody
Blighted
else
Village.
wanna
Should I
take
just
lead
go
on
north and
crushing
wait for you
anybody, or-
guys for the fucking?
Why don't you just
For the
Wait
fucking
for
egg.
the fucking.
Since she frequently
Wait
Yes, I'm
for
here
the
for the
fucking.
fucking egg.
I
How far
really don't
north
care
do I
about
have
the
to go
hooker.
for the fucking?
I figure mercenaries know
That's
mercenaries.
Is this
you
the-
never said that?
Yeah, stop there.
The Blade of Frontiers?
It
Is
is,
that
it's
the
the
quest
first
we're
time.
doing?
No, this was
Hand
just
it
me
Crom, first
trying to
time.
find shit to like heal or find money for Revivify.
At the bar next to
And I
one of
walked
the
in what I
people
thought
that's
was just going to be
looking,
because every building in this game is, or this
half-stacked on his-
village has
on
been
his
empty.
ale
So I
and-
was like, oh, I'll just go in here and see what's in here while I'm waiting. And I'm like, oh my
How you
god.
doing, friend?
Hi.
Yes, I'm here for the
You're
fucking egg.
pretty.
I haven't gotten that far. I got to the
I'm angry
three
is
the
what
three
I
giant
am.
ogres, and I have
Angry?
just been getting steamrolled for like the past half hour.
Buddies of mine. Oh,
That actually sounds like a really great time.
frozen
Yeah.
again, Crum.
Yeah.
So we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need the drop from
There he is.
the
He's back.
smart
What's a
ogre.
pretty girl
Yeah,
like
so we
you
get
so
to we can
angry
use the horn
about?
once, and then we
My
can
group
try
and I were
to
just out
either
on a
have them come
run,
back one more time or
and
attack them. But I said we can attack them.
We must
so
have got
that,
outbid or just outperformed by some other mercenary group that just
I wait on
took our
nobody.
quarry and
I'm trying to make sure there's nothing
just-
else. for
I
me.
used to wait
What
on
type of mercenary
people,
group
but
are
that was
you in?
for
The
money.
Mercenaries?
the deadly
Here's the service people.
buddy.
I mean, what?
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to get. Lonely, I have something for you too.
Giant.
Wait, so where is this? Where is this being streamed?
Dire wolf helmet.
I'm gonna-
What is that
I can
all
pull it up.
about?
Roll me
Yeah.
persuasion or
Alright, I got it.
or thievery.
But I'm just gonna do low key. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do. I
Persuasion
don't
or
have
LEF and
all the setup
Wildstar.
done.
Oh, well, I tried to get online,
Want
but
to
it
use
doesn't see
a
you
point
online,
of
so I
fortune
turned you off.
with this.
Oh, okay.
Let me re-add the fucking thing.
That would be 3 successes, 4 successes, 4 successes.
Fucking.
Wolfhead, dire. What do you say?
A dire wolf head, dude, looked like a big wolf.
Alright,
with
I'm
I put you
going
up.
to continue to cast cantrips on stuff like. Ooh, I wonder what happens if I do
That
this.
kind of
Black. The black.
Do you get a limited amount?
Ah, that's lame.
Oh yeah, that's right. I should.
I tell you what. I tell you who outbid your skirts and areas, and
Oh yeah, I want to
you
use this
show me
alchemist
some of
fire
what's
on those
happening in
fuckers.
them skirts and areas, huh?
You couldn't handle this skirt dagger,
Yes.
Got more like you
I
around
need
back
to
behind
figure out my
underneath
lighting
them
situation
skirts of
here. I'm not
yours.
digging it.
I wouldn't be part of a skirt dagger gang if
Alright,
I were the
you
only
guys
skirt
say
dagger,
when.
would I?
Situation?
Lighting. Ugh.
Oh,
The rest of them are all men in skirts, though.
We're men. We're men in
That's how I
skirts.
should
What do
start
you
the
think
stream.
daggers are, man.
Well, where they hide
Also,
them.
how you should start the stream. The fucking
I
thing
sure
has
hope
begun.
he wearing his iron
Can you?
underwear.
I wonder if you could run in. I don't know if that'll work. Do you know if
Is-
the fire stacks? Like if you throw fire and I throw fire, we'll do
I'm
double
sorry.
damage.
Okay.
Decorum
he-
prom.
Burning
he
won't double.
exclaims something before getting distracted
Gotcha.
about your skirts. He exclaims
All right, so if
something
you have
that
anything
he
to throw
does
in there,
and
we'll just
that,
throw that shit all in there at
that-
once.
that, yeah, he has
Like this guy's throwing
heard
his.
of this
I'm pretty sure they're already
direwolf
doing that.
head. Somebody wearing a direwolf head. Yeah, he's heard of that. Big mercenary company.
All right.
Mercenary company.
Yeah,
Which
big
I'm quick
mercenary
say-
company.
I mean, we're a small group.
Oh.
What are they?
You
what
wanna
does the big
sneak in on
mercenary
that?
Company got to do with us? I mean, which
You
big
dirty.
mercenary
Is there a-
company? It seems
is there
like
a back
low
door?
hanging fruit for them.
yeah, you are a criminal.
Between
I'm
more
trying to save
statements
stuff,
about,
save stuff for the stream. I'm not
getting
trying to get
underneath
it
your
too,
armor and
not trying to get too into
seeing
it.
what's underneath
Uh,
your robes.
I don't want to
He's
be that
got a
guy.
dagger
There is a
for ya.
back door and there's a pile of logs.
More
Can we
like
just
a
light the whole building on
pike.
fire?
I
I
bet
don't
it's
think
a-
things
I bet it's a
light like
pocket
that
knife.
because I tried and it didn't. I tried this hay bale. Where's the
Um,
logs? Show me the logs. I'll.
You
where are the
don't get a
logs?
name of any sort of a
In the
group.
back.
Show me.
But he does.
Show me.
Basically, what you
Yeah.
can get from him is
You owe me
a
logs.
large group. They
All right, so
Occasionally
that's
some
what
contracts.
after.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Af-
Let me see. He's all
Or at
here.
least some mercenaries tend to
Here, I'll quick
subcontract.
save,
That might
give
be
it a
why they
try.
took your small little
That
thing
was
from.
uneventful. Wait. I already got lit on fire once by you. Hold on. Let me move back a little bit.
The group has.
Yeah, that
he's
was
surprised though because
anticlimactic.
they've been off the market for a while.
Maybe this one.
He hasn't heard of them bidding on anything
Yeah.
in a while.
We're
He hasn't
trying to
heard of them
catch the
doing any
roll
work
up.
in a while.
All right,
Waiting for
reload
you to
it.
get
He
done
thought
what?
that guy was just rumored,
Yeah,
retired,
I
or
want
quit,
I
or
want your
died or something.
undivided attention.
Yeah,
we're
tell
gonna
me
need,
when.
we're gonna need it.
I'll tell you guys. Nat, you tell me when
So
they're
they're
done.
not-
As soon as
they're
they're
not here in
done,
this
I'll
camp,
give us like
or
a
they-
5-second
Or did
countdown,
they
and we'll
just
go.
move to the high life in
We'll
the
start
city?
it off with the bang.
He has no idea.
No idea.
This is
Well, it's more
unfortunate.
than nothing.
I just let it roll.
We're not going to find him here.
But
Loose
it is a
boulder's too heavy
bigger,
to throw.
theoretically more
What else
well-established
do I
group.
have that I can throw in there?
Okay.
Do you have any dead goblins on your person?
So I'm gonna, pour some more of his grog.
If anyone gets
down his
anything that
gullet
increases
to get
sleight
him,
of
you know,
hand,
laughing.
I'd
you
be
know.
happy to take it off your hands.
Smack his hand when he gets too
I
close
can
to the
give you
goodies,
bardic
aka
inspiration.
my dagger.
Includes ability checks.
Show?
And,
I have a grease
and
bottle.
Just kind of like give him a nudge on the shoulder and a bit
Yeah, I
of
could
a
Kind
if I can get good initiative.
Wasting his coin
I
bag
could
in
throw
your
a
hand.
grease. I could throw a bottle of grease at
Can I get
all
him?
of them.
What happened to
I
the
have-
fish in the
Tell me
bucket?
thievery.
Oh, never
We
mind.
rolled
When
4
you open
successes
the
on
door, does
thievery
it
and
trigger,
he's
or do you
drunk.
have to walk in
You
like?
trying to
Yeah,
steal money from
open
him?
the
Say, 'cause
door.
if you could open the door, I could
Not
throw.
all of it. He's got to
throw
pay
some
for
grease
his
on
drink.
that.
I'll
Candy
Ooh.
for
leave him a couple.
maybe.
Yeah,
The
well,
grease-
You
that's
get 2
what.
coins
And then
worth.
close
One-
the door.
I'll take
It's
2 points.
it's most of all he has.
I'm gonna hide in this
And
crate.
you know what, friend?
Yeah,
You've been such
if
a
someone
huge
someone
help.
throw the
Here's
grease
a
in,
coin, buy yourself another.
and then
Thanks
I'll
a
throw
lot.
the. Hopefully, well, if anyone else has the fire, they could do it.
To the
If you have
skirts
grease, we
and
could do that
Aries.
first. Throw it in. And you're
May
right.
they
That'll
always
fucking
lick
cook
their
them.
Does anyone else have the grease? Because someone else should throw the
Let's
grease.
see.
Because I have the fire.
Okay, I just have alchemist fire. That's all I have.
And
Who has
with that, ladies
good
and
initiative?
gentlemen, we have met our time.
Wouldn't that just
Hang on.
depend on the
Okay,
roll?
I have a
9
bottle. I do
PM
have a bottle
Eastern.
of grease.
Oh, okay. So if
tomorrow,
you go
We
first,
have
Yeah,
Indeed,
it'll
season 2, episode 3.
it'll probably-
Put the fun in
Let me see.
funeral.
What's initiative?
What happens after one character dies? Well,
look,
another
you
character
need gloves.
vanishes
Can I
into
equip
the air,
gloves on
into
you?
thin air,
No.
and
Here,
the
have a
rest
pair of
bust open
gloves.
the
Mine's
prison
plus
walls.
3.
You won't want to miss this, as the DM may still have some surprises up their sleeve. Thursday, the 10th at 8:30 p.m. Aliens.
plus 3 is good. So
with
you're
2
probably gonna
players
end up
taken
going,
out by the Predator alien.
You have a better
Prey
chance of going
alien.
first than me.
What will happen next? Will Ermageddon survive 2 more glitches?
How do I see that?
Oh, I
How
hear
will
I
the
hear
ally
the I
redeem
hear
that was purchased come
the
into
aliens
play?
plug.
Find out on Thursday. Friday at 6:30, we have Cookie Trek. The episode is
Very fun.
titled Polarizing Peril. Join Simon and Rufus the Robot for some Star Trek
I
adventures
have
where
the
they
challenge
break
of trying to make a funeral
brand
fun
new
tomorrow.
story with an
Oh,
AI
God.
GM, all while eating Reese's peanut butter
Who
cookies. This week, the story has to include
it's
forced to fight to the death, tensions between
character from
strong-willed
the
allies,
Genie
and
thing.
polarize the whole plating.
Oh,
Sunday,
Poor
Tomb
girl.
of Annihilation.
I thought you were
The
talking about real life.
secrets will be
Oh, I'm sorry.
revealed.
I probably could have
And
worded
next
it in a
Tuesday,
better way.
as always, join us here for
Probably
Conan,
wouldn't
Adventures in an Age Undreamed of. We love to see you. We love to have you.
Don't
Good
put
night.
words in our mouths. Come on.
Take care, y'all.
Have a good night.